Overthinking is quietly robbing you of your strength, and you might not even notice it. You might believe that strength is all about how much you can endure. But the truth is, real strength starts when you let go of the need to do everything, say everything, and think everything. Your mind can get so noisy. You wake up already tangled in your thoughts. What if this happens? What if they leave? What if I fail? You carry every possible scenario like a heavy backpack, convincing yourself it's just being responsible. But really, it's just exhausting. You have these endless conversations in your head, not out loud. 1,000 discussions that never took place. 1,000 arguments that were never necessary. You worry too much about what others think of you, explaining yourself to people who will never truly get you. You dissect every silence, every text, every glance until your peace turns into a battlefield. That's not strength. That's self-destruction masquerading as awareness. True strength, the kind that makes you unshakable, comes from finding quiet. It starts the moment you stop reacting to every thought and noise around you. It begins when you learn to say less but mean more. When you stop spreading your attention across the trivial and focus on what really matters. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." And that's how many people live, not short on time, but short on focus. They stretch themselves thin across countless distractions, opinions, and desires until they lose touch with who they really are. You see, the mind has a peculiar way of wandering. It seems to think that the more you ponder, the more control you gain. It assumes that the more you speak, the better you're understood. It equates doing more with making progress. But the Stoics had a different perspective. They believed that true control comes from restraint. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, taught that to conquer the world, one must first conquer oneself. And that journey of self-conquest doesn't come from all the noise around us. It emerges from silence. Silence is where you truly encounter yourself, where your thoughts can no longer deceive you. But here's the tricky part. Silence can be uncomfortable. It lays bare everything you've been trying to escape. When the clamor dies down, you begin to hear the honest truths about your fears, desires, and weaknesses. That's why many people shy away from it. They fill every quiet moment with screens, music, scrolling, or any distraction to avoid facing their own minds. Yet, that's precisely where growth starts. In those moments when you choose not to run away from yourself. In the times when you simply observe your thoughts without chasing after them. When you stop explaining, stop proving, stop justifying, and just exist. Real strength isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't need to justify itself to the world. It operates in silence and flourishes in solitude. There's a story about Cleanthes, one of Zeno's students. He worked nights hauling water to support himself while he studied philosophy during the day. People laughed at him, calling him foolish, weak, and poor. But he remained silent. He kept working, kept studying, and kept walking his path. Years later, he became the head of the Stoic school, respected not for his words but for his discipline. That's what true strength looks like. The quiet persistence of someone who doesn't need recognition to stay committed. You can't truly take charge of your life until you get a handle on your focus. And to master your focus, you first need to learn how to tune out the noise. That noise can come from your thoughts, your words, or even your surroundings. Think about it. How often have you lost your peace because you couldn't stop overanalyzing? How many times have you blurted out something you didn't mean just to fill the silence? How many hours have you spent chasing after distractions, only to end the day feeling unfulfilled? The Stoics believed that where you direct your attention is where your life truly lies. Your energy flows to whatever captures your focus, and sadly, many people spend their lives pouring their energy into things that don't really matter. You don't have to react to everything. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to worry about what tomorrow might bring. What you really need to do is focus on the task at hand with calmness, presence, and intention. Monius Rufus once said, "Start with the small things, for they lead to the bigger ones." That's how you cultivate focus, not by waiting for those big moments, but by mastering the little ones. When you eat, just eat. When you work, just work. When you listen, really listen. The person who can fully concentrate on one thing can conquer anything. You might think you need more motivation, but what you actually need is to cut down on distractions. Motivation can wane, but once you train your focus, it becomes a powerful tool. The strongest individuals aren't those who never experience doubt. They're the ones who take action despite it. They don't get caught up in overthinking because they know that thoughts are only valuable when they lead to action. They think less because they understand that not every thought is worth their energy. They talk less because they realize that words lose their impact when thrown around carelessly. And they focus more because they know that a sharp mind thrives in stillness. The modern world won't tell you this. Your peace is a rare gem. Your silence is a source of strength. And your focus is pure gold. That's why so many people try to take it from you. They sell you distractions and label it as entertainment. They drown your mind in noise and call it connection until you find yourself addicted to the chaos that weakens you. But the Stoic path is different. It's not about being cold or detached. It's about maintaining your calm in a world that never stops shouting. It's about choosing to remain unaffected by what doesn't truly matter. Epictetus once said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In simpler terms, stop talking about what you plan to do and start doing it. Stop trying to explain yourself to those who will never grasp your vision. Embrace silence. Be okay with being underestimated, and work hard when no one is watching. That's where true strength is forged, not under bright lights and loud noises, but in the quiet determination of discipline. The person who can remain calm while the world is in chaos demonstrates real power. The one who holds their tongue when provoked shows true control. And the one who can find peace of mind amid the turmoil exhibits mastery. Most of your suffering doesn't stem from life itself. It arises from overthinking it. The wise person speaks less because they listen more, focusing on what genuinely matters, knowing that attention is life. Peace isn't something you chase after. It emerges when you stop feeding the chaos and start mastering yourself. Think less, talk less, and focus more. That's the path to becoming untouchable.